What's up, guys? It's Corey from SuperKamiGuru9000, and welcome to my review of Naruto Shippuden, episode 261. War. What it isn't good for. Absolutely nothing. Except if it's a badass shonen series, in which case it's completely awesome. The war arc has finally begun this week. That means no more flashback filler, none of that crap. What you get in this episode is Edo Tensei's giant speeches that are freaking awesome, huge panoramic shots of thousands of ninja running across battlefields, and you even get Naruto stacking blocks in his Super Kyuubi form. This is Naruto Shippuden, and this was an exciting episode. There was a lot of great things in this episode, and a lot of things from a ton of different characters. In particular, the episode itself actually opens up with Anko and her group who are spying on Tobi and Kabuto and their group of Edo Tensei, and they're trying to figure out how they're going to assess the situation. And Anko herself can sense that Orochimaru is nearby, but it's not actually Orochimaru, it's Kabuto. And her and Kabuto actually do have this little battle, which is pretty damn cool, to be honest. And Kabuto does get the upper hand when he uses his snake to poison her. Getting to see all the Edo Tensei mobilize is awesome, because frankly, it's just great to hear some of them speak again. You get to hear Haku, you get to hear Zabuza, who is just awesome. He's pissed because now that he's under the Edo Tensei technique, he's being bound and he doesn't want to be controlled by anyone. And of course, this just fits with his character, and it's just cool to see him again. You get to see Asuma, and you even get to see Dan, and those two interact was very interesting. And what I do like is how some of the eyes actually look different for the different Edo Tenseis. In particular, there's this one brand new character who was actually introduced by the name of Chukichi, who is from the Hidden Mist, and he's going to be the Sensor Ninja for Kabuto. And he actually wears these goggles, and they have these glowing red eyes on them. And you didn't see this in the manga, so it's cool to see all these characters in color again. And in particular, getting to see Sasori and Deidara actually interact again and have them argue about art again is just really nostalgic. A big chunk of the episode, however, is when we get to see all of the different commanders standing before the Shinobi Alliance, and all of them down there are just getting pissed at each other because they're like, hey, you were at war with my village, hey, you were at war with my village, fuck you! And this leads into Gaara giving this huge speech that unifies all of them, and it's, you know, really, really epic. I like how he used Akatsuki basically as a footstone to start getting shit going. And they have these cool flashbacks where you get to see how Akatsuki has affected a few of the different villages in really, really messed up ways. In particular, I think Deidara's was handled the best. You know what? Gaara's speech is awesome, it's epic, and it really is uplifting, and it's great to see all these different characters from all these different places interact with each other. And there's even a few moments within here that weren't in the manga that they sprinkled in a little bit more, just to sort of build things up a little bit more, and I like that they did that, because not only did it make the episode more entertaining, but it gave it a little more depth and a little more richness. At the end of the episode, the war is officially getting started, and it is awesome. There's this great scene at the end, my favorite shot of the episode, where you get to see Gaara right out front, running with the entire Shinobi Alliance right behind him, and they are just hauling ass across this giant battlefield, and there's this huge, great panoramic shot where it turns around, and there's a little bit of CG here, but it all looks awesome. It actually kind of reminds me of the new Berserk movie that just started coming out, but otherwise, really awesome here. So obviously, I really like this episode a lot. It's just great to get back to the actual storyline of Naruto right now. We don't have to go through any more flashbacks. And if there's any indication from the preview of the next episode, it's going to kick ass. I can already tell that the animation looks incredible, and it looks like there's going to be some huge battles coming down the way. And, you know, the fact that they're opening up already with a great episode like this, I can't wait to see what they're going to do further down the line. And I can't wait to see if they're going to sprinkle any more filler scenes in here, because I think this is an arc that could really work well with them. But still, this was an entertaining episode, got me really, really pumped up. I cannot wait for next week's episode. So I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10. Kick-ass episode. Alright guys, you know that I enjoyed this episode, but what about you? You can let me know what you thought about this week's episode of Naruto Shippuden 261 with your comments below. And remember, if you like this video, make sure and give it a thumbs up. That concludes this review. SuperKamiGuru9000. Out.